golly. It's a Saturday stream. Whether you like it or not, I am here on a Saturday. Yeehaw. Welcome in, Junie, Ender, Wildfox, Zombie, Sen. Hope you're all doing well. Infinity, hello, welcome in. Has everyone done their homework? Has everyone watched Knights of Guinevere? I did. As it premiered. Stayed up late. As it released at midnight for me. Literally at midnight. Oh, worth it though. Fucking good shit. More please, thank you. I'll be patient. Not yet. Ooh. I really liked it. I was going through it again earlier before stream. Just like going through stuff frame by frame, pausing and looking for little bits of world building and storytelling and lore and all that stuff. Found a couple things. Noticed a couple patterns, and I'm like, yes, I like this a lot. I wonder what it means. Doing different homework, got so excited, writing now. I can't sleep. Ooh, writing. So just doing a Saturday stream, still kind of taking it easy this week. As long as I'm doing it shorter than my usual streams, yeah, I would consider it so. Thank you for the follow, welcome in. Feel free to chat, feel free to lurk. Always love to look through frames and pause, yeah. There's some good shit out there. I also, like, did some animation analysis stuff, like, ooh, how did they tackle this? Like, what's the timing and spacing and framing here and there? They do a lot of fun stuff. Choosing where they go on 2s and 3s and all that good shit. A Mishka update redeemed from Nico. Good lord. If only I was already primed and ready to go. Except, I am. I'm just delaying the inevitable. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Mishka. Because I woke up later, because I went to bed later. She made sure to let me know. Like, hey, you're fucking late, human. And she gets rowdy. She really loves hanging around my curtains in the bedroom. And dashing in and out, and making a noise. And she'll perk up when I perk up and look at her like, stop! And then she'll look at me like, okay, so now that you're awake, you're gonna feed me, right? And then I plop back down, like, no. I need horizontal time, creature. Moosh. Can I interest you guys? Then, a big ol' moosh. A big ol' moosh. There she is. The drama queen, the ruckus maker. Being large. Sunbathing in the morning. She likes to hang out behind the curtain as the sun rises in the morning. Nice and toasty, I imagine. That's a good moosh. Larg. Loaf, half a loaf, one paw is completely uncurled. Cause I had the gall to disturb her as she was just snoozing about behind the curtain. And I had to take a little peek, like, hey creature, I gotta get a good Mishka update because I'm streaming today. You watched quite a video yet? Yes, I was talking about this earlier. I was telling chat, like, hey chat, have you done your homework? I have watched it, I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I am not usually one to buy merch, but I saw the hoodie that they have, Yeah, I ordered that fucking thing. That's a fucking tight looking hoodie. And you know, that should help support and gives a signal to the production house of like, hey, people want this actually. That's how a lot of indie animation tends to get their funding, the merch. Helluva Boss, for the beginning of it all, merch, heavily reliant on merch sales to fund the show and the production of it. So yeah, if you like what you see in indie animation and they have merch going on, you can afford to. That is the way to let the people know that make the thing that you enjoy, like, hey, more please. That is the best way to support. And you get a little item in return for it too. Not gonna see it yet, looking forward to it. Ooh. I wish you a very enjoyable experience. An E! If you like something, buy it if you have the spare coin. Essentially. It do be capitalism. But hey, we live in a capitalist society. And I shrink the real Mishka to reveal the Mishka that we left off with yesterday. Or I'm going to do my own merch. But with your wallet and all, yeah. And if you don't like something a business is doing, boycott them. Also, super effective. I think I want a bit more spacing here and here, so I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. But yeah, I won't spoil anything about Knights of Guinevere. Just that, hey, I thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot. To the point of me doing the rare thing of buying merchandise. I don't know, when I'll wear that hoodie? Probably only when I'm, like, at home. But hey, I'm at home a lot as someone who will be working from home. You'll have clothes where you're like, this is only for when I'm in the comfort of my own home and never for to wear in front of other people. Because I sure do. And it's not necessarily that it's like bad clothing or ugly or whatever. It's just like, nah, this one's for me. And my eyes only. Looking at you, Nintendo. Very worth the watch, that's all I will say. Yeah. I mean, the views don't lie. It's approaching, what, 4 million views already? 3.5? Still have a tab open. But yeah, that shit's gonna go. It's gonna go. Go uppies. I'd be shocked if the response is not gonna be enough for full-fledged production. Oh, I also wanted to make this mouse line thicker. I was looking at this yesterday. And I'm like, if I'm gonna have a line here, it needs to be bigger. Hoodie's very good for chilly home times. Yeah, I mean, it do be getting colder. Soon. Sweater weather. It's almost officially fall on all accounts. Tomorrow. 21st night of September. Body, yeah. Already cold here, so prepare. Ooh. It was an odd, like, there's an odd surge of temperature over here yesterday and today. Yesterday it was suddenly 26. Like, hello? Celsius, that is. Yeah, they'll probably look better in the final print. Thickening that up a bit. As for the stuff in the border, here. There. The 21st night of September? Yeah. Just a cute little song. I think I like this most. Or at least the text reading this, but then I'll have to like make it look nice and neat. With the right color. What font was I thinking of? I think it was like Talk Comic? L. A. T. Another T. Followed by E. Oh no, I'm latte to the stream! How could you? I guess I have to ban you now. Well, if somebody didn't post a Mishka in the Pets channel, well, if it isn't moderator Ben to remind me that I had to hit enter. Okay, well, first things. I could actually see myself recreating this thing in Photoshop of all things, because I know that you can actually do vector stuff in Photoshop. But it's a matter of, will it actually be, I actually don't know what kind of format would work best to send to Fourth Wall on their back end. Is this the font we want? Speaking of, time to reload my macchiato. Ooh. Oh, so there should be 2 C's in there. She's a cute bean, that's true. I'm busy moving from Opera GX to Firefox because I dislike Opera a lot. Yeah, I have still yet to make the switch from a Chromium-based browser to a non-Chromium one, so Firefox, essentially. I think is the only real alternative that's has features that are useful. Does she have a little bump on her head? Does she just dust or something? She does have a little bump on her head, yeah. It doesn't hurt her at all. I can grab it, I can touch it, I can poke it, I can press on it, and she is unbothered. I don't know what it is. It's been there for a while, but as long as she's unbothered, I don't necessarily want to bother dragging her to the vet. That will put more stress on her than the bump on her head that she literally does not react to. I'm keeping an eye on it though, making sure it doesn't get any bigger. Cats get bumped sometimes. Yeah, but that's been there for a while and I, at this point, don't see it go away on its own. May just be fluid buildup or something. Especially, like, because it doesn't hurt her, right? I don't know. From Chrome to Opera because the ad blocker thing, but Opera is just missing basic quality of life features. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Feel free to chat, feel free to lurk, whichever you're comfortable with. Do I want this font? Nope. What if I don't hold down Alt as I drag stuff around? I also can't find anything in Clip that would allow me to like make an arch out of text like this, so I'm like currently individually placing individual letters in the layers. So feeling yesterday's squats today? How he, yeah! And you'll be feeling them some more tomorrow, because that's how leg day works. Clip Studio should have a circular text tool? I'm in the text thing right now. I see only text. Maybe it's in a newer version of Clip. This is 2.0. Leave some of the subtool settings. No, I looked there already. The subtool detail. You guys don't see it, but I'm like going through all the things here. If I take a screenshot, you guys can see that I am in fact looking at stuff. I think it's 3.0? Yeah, I'm on 2.0. I haven't spent the money to upgrade. I think it was 3.0 I said on my bad. It's okay. You're all good. Thank you for the follow earlier. What if not this font, but... What else do we have? I was a big fan of... What if we go Art Deco? Awkward. Here, Dyer. I'll save it for now. This is the font that I downloaded for the Beyond Good and Evil love letter. Hi Paulia, welcome in. This is a font I've used in my branding, but it's a little tough to read right now. Maybe. It's a nice hand draw look to it. Or like a Sharpie look to it rather, and that could be kind of a nice little wink nod because of like the whole thing of having your name written on a cup when you order something from some kind of coffee place. Do I not have the Luna font on this? Huh. This is the font that we for the 1 hour anim thing. So not bad. Have you told everyone how much you like Knights of Gwynfor yet? Sure have. I'm also not saying shit about the pilot itself, other than, hey, y'all should watch it. And also, I liked it so much that I buy merch, which is something I super rarely do. I also linked it in my recommendations channel on the Discord. Another Dicko looking option. Hi Curzec, I just got done watching this thing on YouTube called Nights of Guinevere. I think you'd like it. Oh, fucking Zombop. We were just talking about how I liked it too. And I'm not saying shit. Like, literally less than a minute before you popped in. Yeah, everyone go watch Nights of Guinevere. Actually, I'm just gonna link it. For easy grabbing for everyone. I didn't work on it. I would fucking be stoked to work on it. If it gets picked up. And I'm deemed good enough to work on it. Yeah, stop watching Curzec and watch that instead. Well, you could do both! You could leave the stream on. Maybe mute the tab at best. Please don't drop my viewer count. So fucking gross. I know, literally joined right after watching it and saw people in chat talking. It was too perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to find it on Netflix, didn't realize it was on YouTube. Yep, it's just YouTube. Free to fucking watch for all to see. As that's how Glitch Productions operates. The only thing Glitch Productions on Netflix is The Amazing Digital Circus, which is insanely popular. Oh my god, I can't. Wow. Amazing for them. I would like to think that the popularity of that show alone is enabling the creation and experimentation for things like Nights of Guinevere and Gaslight District as well. Need to join the cleanup crew for it, I just gotta. It looked Toon Boom-ish, the cleanup. I definitely saw some skewing around with the cleanup and lines and stuff for some elements and parts of animation, and that's not a bad thing. Dude, working economically and effectively, stoked. 10 out of 10. Love to see that shit being done effectively. Animation takes a long time. I live in Japan and regularly see people walking around with Amazing Digital Circus merchandise. It's insanely popular here too. Ooh, yeah. I also know Has-Been is super popular in Japan, which is very cool. It's... It's fun to see, kind of like sort of the reverse happen in terms of like popularity. Like anime has obviously reached a lot of people outside of Japan in this day and age for a good couple years now, if not like decades. And it's nice to see Western stuff be well received in Japan. It's like, yay, international appreciation for the stuff that we all make. It was Mala that the cleanup I saw. Come on, Mala, hire me. Yeah. Yeah, I know some peeps who have worked for Mala. I think Kimi is someone who I know who did clean up for the teaser. You know, it'd be super down if some cafe would see your design and want to license it for their cups. I mean, that's gonna be a big fucking license, my guy. Or I can just, you know, sell it myself. Albeit through Fourth Wall, who, as soon as I will list this there, will probably own the design. As that's probably how that shit works in the terms of service. Themed cafes in Japan seem like such a fun thing to go to. I definitely want to go to one if I ever go to Japan. Which is great for Groose, crew YouTube censorship, happy for her. Yeah! I hear West animation and first thing to pop in my head is Has-Been and Ruby. Yeah, Has-Been is Western animation. It's widely popular. Love to see that shit. Welcome in, Graffiti. Or graffiti, probably. Imagine Australia getting the cheap shipping. I never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, I saw the shipping at the end of checkout yesterday when I placed my order. Or I guess last night. Pokemon Cafe. Oh, I definitely would have the Pokemon Cafe on my list of themed cafes to go to. Actually, Fortwell doesn't own your IP. It's kind of decent towards artists. Oh shit! Hi Sage, how you doing? Sage, have you watched the Knights of Guinevere pilot? I'm actually not sure how much animation you watch, if at all. Hi! I think there's a lot of parallels with the way recent Western animation studios are popping up now, as opposed to how it used to be mostly corporation funded and how anime studios would pop up. Yep. People haven't fucking had it. And Knights of Guinevere looks like it's a big cathartic accumulation of that feeling. As, well, you know, Dana Terrace being one of the creators of Knights of Guinevere, which is, the story featuring a fairy tale-ish theme park and everything. And Dana having worked for Disney for the Owl House, which she was done very dirty for at the end of production. Yeah, she has some strong feelings and I don't fucking blame her for it. I was driving what I missed, not much. Just yapping about animation and we love to see things thrive and succeed against the odds and against corporate, shall we say. Mishka, yeah! I love Owl House. Owl House is great. Of course, you know how I kept saying the eyes in the show were reminding me of something else? It finally came to me. Oh? It was the Tom Hardy video. Oh! Actually, I don't remember you saying anything about the eyes. Do you recommend it? I know you were excited about it. Yeah, I would heavily recommend watching Knights of Guinevere. I think it's cool. It doesn't hold back on more mature visuals, shall we say, which I like to see. It's got some fucking tasteful design going on everywhere. Oh. Anderson check, oh my god. Me thirsting here over animation production. I'm still so happy that it's an Australian indie production studio that's pushing indie animation hella forward. Though I can't say it's just them, cause it's the indie animators from across the world that actually makes it real. Yeah, Glitch Production is just one of them. I honestly, Spindle Horse, the studio for Helava and have been doing great. They unionized! I heard, like, earlier this week. Which, fan-fucking-tastic. I don't think I'll benefit from the unionization as a freelancer in the Netherlands, but that's fucking cool! We love to see creative industries unionizing. Unions are good, actually, and the people who tell you they're not, sus. Very sus. Don't listen to them. You deserve a union. They exist for a reason. Don't ask, don't get. Well, I'm not on Helava right now. I won't have the time to be on Helava either. Guinevere made me laugh, made me shocked, had me on the actual edge of my seat. Yeah, I was just like peepers wide, like absorb it all. Like watch. Eyes darting across the screen, like, oh, there's a thing there, there's a thing there, there's a thing there. You know what I noticed during before stream as I was going through stuff? I found a QR code in one of the shots of the show, of the pilot. Usually I don't scan QR codes that I am not familiar with. Never scan a QR code that you find out in the wild. But I figured this production probably doesn't do anything malicious with the QR code that they put in their stuff. So I scanned it. And it linked to a website called parkplanet.net. Park Planet being the name of the theme park. So many viruses, yeah. I'm dead now. I'm a robot. But yeah, if you've not seen it, I'm not gonna talk much more about it because I don't want to spoil stuff for those who haven't seen it yet. Y'all should though. But I love those kind of things so much. Like little treasure hunts hidden throughout production in the corners of stuff in shows and series. Little scavenger hunts. Yes, please, no spoilies. My lips are sealed. I always enjoy watching animation, but never really get too into it. Currently in a Blender animation course, and I've fallen down the rabbit hole. You can just say sock for my name, by the way. Fair enough. Hope the blending's going well. Unions are only an issue if you're being a shitty boss, so if someone's anti-union, they're telling on themselves. Very much so. But Japan's anime industry could get on that union train. Japan's anime industry is, one that I don't want to be in. Because it's, pretty rough still to this day. Hey Grail, how you doing? People who tell you unions suck either benefit from you not being in a union or have drunk their Kool-Aid. Yeah. Technically, you've also found the QR code. Good. There's also a hidden tiny link that was a Rickroll. Yeah, I saw that one too, and I was like, I'm not gonna go to that one though. And well, if it's a Rickroll, that's amazing. The original Park Planet website was posted by Dana a few weeks ago with a countdown for an announced trailer. It was hidden concept art. Ooh, I want to see all that delicious concept art. Man, I envy Dana's creative drive and fuel and energy. Me too, please. I think she is the type of artist that finishes his sketchbooks in 2 weeks. Which, holy fucking Christ. I want to challenge myself to do that. It's really rough when we get to work on really cool stuff, so it's a give and take. Yeah, that's always the thing, isn't it? Oh man, the pay is kind of, but at least the project is very cool. Though there comes a point where the project can be cool and all, but if I can't afford to live, then I'm losing out. If the pay is that bad. I think the anime industry only gets really bad when the companies don't give you the freedoms you should have as a contractor, choosing your working hours, etc. Yeah. I've never worked in anime. My art skills aren't good at anime. So finished cast books? No way. Yeah, and they're amazing too. Oh my god. Dana's art is gorgeous. Love her stuff. Guess I that yet and completely done. It's delivering. Anyway, you decide on a font. By we, I mean me. I'm not feeling much for this one. Not this one either. I think this one's a bit too narrow. These two are very similar, but they're just different enough. You think you like the second one, the Art Deco looking one? This is already bold as well. I can only make it look bolder if I give it edge. Edge. Where is that gone to? Oh, what? Why is that not the same color? I literally color pick it. Never mind then. Catherine game edge effect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, someone recognized it. The first one's W. Looks like a cat mouth. Yeah, I can see it. A little bit. Curzec, the things do you need to do to get to the concept art of Park Blended website? Ooh. Thank you for the information. I'll be checking that out as soon as I can. Well, Nico wants a part of that slice too. Nico wants that intel. Big. Obviously, this and this font wouldn't be this different. They'd be the same font in the end. I don't think a handwritten look would be the most effective for this kind of branding stuff. Fake branding, obviously. You normally find this password by completing the personality quiz on a website, which I find very cool. Ooh. God, I love that kind of shit, man. Little scavenger hunts everywhere. We'll walk today. I saw the first yellow leaves on the trees. Autumn height. Only just now. I've been seeing them for a while already. Although maybe these trees are just been dying. But yeah, I'm looking out and I definitely see some yellowing happen on the trees. And rain. I have yet to go on my walk today. I think this is just a little bit too plain for kind of stuff. So yeah, we're back down to either tall comic or this deco. The list. What is the font size here? It's 40. God dang it. Make sure these are actually capitalized. I had to buy porridge and get it home without the paper bag getting wet. My grocery shopping's in a tote bag. Which I may end up designing next after Travel Cup. Because I want a tote bag. The idea is currently, right now, kind of selfish for me, if in this essence of I want to design the stuff that I would probably place an order for myself, which is kind of the idea usually what I hear about merch and product design, making stuff that you would want to buy. Why not? I mean, but that will probably yield the most honest products. Then we're gonna go back. Go. Make that very small. Back to here. We'll make that 2012. Mishka's birth year. Is that really the Harlem Deco? Font for numbers? That's boring. Make this a different font. Oh. Get rid of my own text. Just a Dyer? Not really. Oh wait, this is didn't condense. It's a little boring. Dizzy! Holy shit! Thank you so much for subscribing for 31 fucking months! That's a lot of months! That's almost my age in months. Wait, my age in years in months. I am not an infant. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you continue to enjoy the emotes. It's true of making a lot of things. I try to do it with the games I make, yeah. Make the stuff that you would want to make, play, see, view, all that stuff. Can't believe Kara's 2.5-ish years old? Yeah. She's like 32 months old. Confirmed. Ah! Hi, Darkbolt. How you doing? Yeah, these aren't working for me either. Oh, that's very different. It's a shame that this, I don't know, actually it doesn't look like it's a completely different font. It looks like it could be the same, I'll be honest. If this becomes talk comic. Turn off the bold. This font I'm using here, I got because it looked similar to a lot of fonts that's popular amongst VTubers. I don't quite remember why I wanted the VTuber looking font. I think it was for VGen purposes, maybe? And even with the bold off, that is, like, tough to read. Bit tired, finished building some IKEA, but the tabletop is a bit too big, so we'll check if we can get it cut at the hardware store in a week. I'm checking how some 3D models handle hair. I have no fucking clue, man. I don't go there. It's a very different vibe between the two. I just find this maybe be a bit too serious. And this is more fun and sweet and warm. Which fits the expression. That's my thought. I don't know what you guys think. You like the rounder font? Yeah, what do you guys think? You want the rounder font or the Deco font, which is this one? While I hydrate. Nice to see you tonight. Thank you. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. I think Deco is more what I would expect to see in a coffee cup, is why I said that one. Yeah, Deco is a pretty common aesthetic, I feel like, in coffee shops. It works much better. The rounded, I'm assuming? I'm guessing? And I'm liking rounded now that it's there. I like Times New Roman and Comic Sans. Cursed! I'm gonna ruin it for everyone. Because this one's called Talk Comic. Boom. God, it does that cool thing. This is a cool fucking bug that I keep having in Clip. When I'm trying to change the font of a text layer, instead of changing the font, it adds a duplicate in the thing. Like, well, this layer is off. There's nothing supposed to be here. Does it do it now? Fucking perfect. No notes. Blech. If you copy and paste, it will copy and duplicate paste text in the same layer. That's fucking dumb. Who needs that? Hear me out, Comic Sans and Times New Roman. Alternating every letter. Ugh. Why don't they just throw in some Helvetica in there as well while I'm at it? And Papyrus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go for rounded. I may make it a little... Actually, these are bold, aren't they? Yeah. Remove the bold. On every goddamn individual letter. Like I said earlier, I may recreate this thing entirely in Photoshop, or at least maybe figure out the text and export that as a transparent PNG and then slap that in here. Did that change anything? I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna fucking scream. Bugged layer. $31. Add impact, that's right. Cause you'll be using Arial and Calibri before we know it. Not Arial though, screw that font. Arial haters, my god. Just like the default font. Text boxes are so damn screwy. I mean, they have been in my experience in clips so far. Oh my god, is this a logo I spy? An attempt at a little thing for a travel mug. Blue, hi, how you doing? Welcome in. Still sad I replaced my Times New Roman as default. It did? Oh shit. Yeah, so what I'm thinking here of doing... I'll just lower... Well, actually, I could do the beans still. Neater beans. This is stuff I could be doing with shape layers in Photoshop. Actually. These are two different in size, actually. Shouldn't be that different in size. Probably should do this. Keep evenly spaced throughout. Hey, remember yesterday how I pointed out that that middle bean on cat paws looks like a nose? It still looks like a nose to me. And now it does to all of you as well. Hee hee! That's not the right shape. So we have ads starting soon. Refilled your water. Also, I'm doing A-okay today, Blue. Hope you are too. Cat coffee shop where the logo is a paw print, but coffee beans instead of regular beans. I consider doing a paw for a logo, but I just think a little happy, smiley, warm face is more lovely to have. There we go. I see the nice whenever a pilot is out. No, it sure is. Oh, it's so good. Big recommendation. I'm gonna just briefly export this. And I'm gonna open up, Photoshop. See if we can get a visual of Photoshop. But first I would like to open up the... Huh. I'm actually not getting a visual of Photoshop. Weird! Like, the executable isn't showing properly in OBS. Well, I guess you'll just have to fucking believe me. As I'm trying to sort stuff out. You've returned, welcome back. I'll just try to do this as quickly as I can, then. $31. My alignment things. Style arc. Photoshop probably needs to be on display in that window in OBS because OBS acts weirdly with things it considers to be a window of a program. Yeah. Like when I choose the window, it only shows me like the file itself as an option. But yeah. Prosperity, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. I'm currently doing some stuff in Photoshop, which is not letting me be screen shared in OBS, so apologies for the lack of art creative stuff happening. You working Hell as boss? Yeah, I've worked on that since the pilot and a couple episodes in seasons 1 and 2. There's a couple of things playing up there in the corner. Does this mean we're getting more new merch soon? Yeah. This first thing that I'm working on here is a travel mug, so I am wanting to make stuff that I will want to place an order for. That's really the main mindset usually for advice as well for product design that I hear. I'm trying to apply it as best as possible. Think about the Fall of Frost. Appreciate it. I should get this text thing sorted. Oh, that's not in caps. Yep, so. And instead of plus 19, we do minus 19. We have the exact same curve. And we will see that it is not enough. Cool. Oh god, please, Photoshop, just let me center up. More bend! Still not enough, just a little bit more. More even, the better. Oh, we're getting close. Not quite. It's currently at negative 65%. Will it be 69% is what the arc will need to make it perfect. Ooh, it's very close. It's weird. I can't screen share Photoshop right now, but I can do, like, I can show like a little screenshot and then free from clipboard. Like, it's looking like this right now in Photoshop. This is the bottom Meowkiato. The arc is set to negative 69%. It's got weird spacing going on where it's pretty even over here, a little bit more here than there, but then here it's the other way around, as though it's been rotated, which it hasn't been. One moment. Sorry about that. I suddenly smelt the smell that you smell after you extinguish a candle. And I went to investigate. I found nothing. But I'm like, huh, where the fuck is this smell coming from? Which I need to double check personally because a couple days ago my smoke detectors went off randomly. They're not carbon monoxide things. They don't double as that. So they just went off randomly out of nowhere, and that's not the first time that's happened since I lived in this apartment. Even after having them get replaced, they've done it again. Better safe than sorry, yeah, especially with fire and, you know, cat that I need to grab to get away safely. But yeah, no, I can't find anything. I don't see anything. It's already less, but it's just like, ooh, I'm gonna check this out very quickly with my own schnoz. Yeah, smoke detectors went off randomly, which that shit fucking blows when you have tinnitus. I had to grab a ladder in a panic to disconnect them completely. I have a appointment to get them replaced this Wednesday, which may delay the stream because they may show up at the time I'd usually be streaming at. So yeah. Fun times! Something you had to deal with recently? Yeah. But yeah, that's why I suddenly went up and just like went, just a second. Because I'm like, hey, am I gonna die? Curzec walking around her apartment sniffing. Yeah, I mean, yes, I literally was though. I checked around my computer, looked around. I did unplug my charger from my phone, just in case, even though Apple chargers are usually safe, but you know, you never know. You know, you never know. Story of my life. But yeah, I just had to double check that real fucking quick. Eternal Sonata, yay! Yeah, I don't know why the spacing is not even. The macchiato thing when it really should be. What if I tap it again? Yeah, macchiato. And then we do arc again, and do negative 69 again. Oh, now it's less fucked. Weird. In the exact same spot, but for some reason it decided to be fucky. Okay, well. It's still not quite it though. Alas, negative 69 is not enough. We need negative 72 maybe? Seems more even. And what happens when I... Anyway, Control J is duplicate in Photoshop. What if I do this at 70? Oh, well, that's fucked. Da-da-da. Gotta find all the buttons again in Photoshop. A dream of the day that I could maybe one day stream Eternal Sonata. A rather unknown game, but one that I like a lot. So now, with the arcs more even, or like this. I just covered up the white, or filled in some white here. I could this off the there. Oh, that. Turning those things off. There's a little glitch going on because of how zoomed out I am in Photoshop, but that should be nice, even Steven. Cute logo, thank you. There has to be a better way to find smoke than to use one's nose. Is there any kind of detector you can buy to manually check? No, but I'm using like my eyes and nose and my senses. I'm not finding anything. Maybe, I don't know. Like a little bit of dust in my PC. Something. I don't know. It's already significantly. I don't smell anything right now, so. Should be good, should be safe. How you doing, Rest and Bones? And Paradoxagon, welcome in too. Just was Night Guinevere, what an amazing pilot, huh? Gosh, it was beautiful, very much so, yeah. We've been ranting and raving about it without spoiling anything a couple times now here. Ugh. Good shit. More please. It was so good. Yeah, Dominic, hello. Goedemiddag. So the idea now... What kind of formats can I upload to? Forest Wall. Surely it's not just JPEGs and PNGs. Let me go through the thing. This may drop frames on stream because the browser uses my CPU stuff to generate the things. See all. Stainless steel travel mug. Design now. It's so good at characters and also presentation. I loved the way all the characters were put into little portraits in their interaction. Yeah, there's so many little details that I've missed and I'll be looking at again. It's like frame by frame. Some fact natural gas is actually odorless, so all commercial gases mixed to have a smell. That's a pretty good indicator. Gases mixed with bad odor for this reason. Yeah. It smells like a candle has been extinguished. Okay. I can do PNGs, PGPs, JPEG, 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 GIF, PNG, JPEG, JPEG. Really? Nothing like TIFF or PDF? Anything that will allow me to upload stuff raster, like vector more like? Because in the past I've used Photoshop to like make up my resume and get high quality print out of them, as well as my business cards. You can change the text layers in Photoshop to convert to shape or create work path, one of these two options, I think. And when you do that and then make it a PDF and then print that PDF, the text is fucking crisp. Everyone hates vectors, I guess. People who love to work in Illustrator don't. Geppetto's lesser known brother, Geppetto. Who loves a good pickin'. I love vectors. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Was this my vectors? I'm not! I just hate working in Adobe Illustrator. Always have. But yeah, if I can only do PNGs and JPEG and those adjacent, I don't know if it's GIF. Can you do GIF? I don't know. Let's see. Fourth wall recommended file type products. General starter tips PNG format only. PNG is preferred. TIFF is not supported. Minimum resolution of 200 dpi. I'm at 600, so that should be good. Adhering to a CMYK color profile. Yeah, that's not something I've done. Does Clip even do CMYK? So it can? How do I set it up as CMYK? It's just weird. Cause where would this be? When you export, you can't export as a specific color profile. Oh, so you can't work with it as CMYK along the way. Where would it say CMYK though? Like, you can preview it. This will be another reason for me to actually recreate this entire thing in Photoshop. Okay, go to view and find color profiles. You got it. You. Color profile. Preview settings? There we go. But this is just preview. This doesn't turn the file into CMYK though? And also there's like a million CMYK options in this drop-down menu. Good fucking god. Hey. Yo, hey. This sucks if you don't know what the fuck you need. CMYK color profile. No, it doesn't turn it into CMYK, just previews it and you can export it as a specific color profile. I couldn't find that at all, though. I can go to export single layer PNG. Would it be print settings? Export PNG. Color, expression color, auto detect appropriate color, depth, duotone, threshold, duotone, toning, gray, RGB color. Advanced color settings, extend, export in display colors, export in cyan, export in black. Would it be cyan? Because cyan, oh, this is just crops and markers, which I don't have. Embed ICC profile. Little did he have a back in cyan? But image information folio U? Yeah, what if I just recreate this thing in Photoshop off stream? I may do that tonight. Because I know how to just make a new file, and from there you can go color mode, CMYK from the beginning. 5944. I remember how I exported files to CMYK. I don't know either, man. And working CMYK. It was TIFF. Yeah, and fourth wall doesn't accept TIFF. Export as TIFF. Doesn't matter. Fourth wall doesn't accept TIFF. Only PNG. No Tifa. Bloody fourth wall. Real. I'm just gonna set up this file very quickly in Photoshop then, I suppose. Single layer. No text. File, save as. This, but God. Old Windows browser UI. Because my Photoshop version is CS6. But it still works! So why the fuck shouldn't I? I need to maximize compatibility. Okay, so you can only export as CMYK with TIFF, JPEG, PSD, and PSB. Then I guess a JPEG it shall be. When I'm done with the recreation of it in Photoshop. Just keep it all in one CMYK workable file, really. Army, hello, how you doing? I'm figuring out stuff behind the scenes for merch design and having made a pretty much essentially completed design in Clip and being like, actually, it's looking like I'll have to switch over to Photoshop actually for this one, Chief. How you doing? Oh, thank you for the hydration check. And Ernesto, welcome in. Looks awesome, thank you. You can export it as a PNG, PSD, yeah, but it looks like Fourthwell only accepts PNGs, JPEGs, and GIFs. Actually, General Starter Tip says PNG format only, which is insane. TTFX printing? I'd have no idea what that is. Screen printing. What's the fucking stainless steel considered as then? PNG format only. Sublimation, PNG, or JPEG. I'll just recreate it all off stream in CMYK in Photoshop, and I'll go about designing and scribbling still in clip, I suppose. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing alright. Making some stuff for my fourth wall. Making some new things, hopefully. I had a couple of types of products listed. Want to do a tote bag. We have the eco-conscious organic cotton tote and the eco-conscious eco-friendly tote bag. Which is very similar. One's cheaper than the other though. The cotton is 100% cotton. But so is the eco-friendly? Dimensions are a little different between the two, but I accommodate for the smallest one. Weight limit 30 pounds. Both weight limit. Oh, that's a very big tote bag. They have a more... The cheaper one is the more regular, like, tote-shaped size and format. This is what I'm seeing with the sizing guide for one, for the cheaper one, and this is the sizing guide for the bigger one. I mean, essentially, I can make the same print for either. I'll work with the narrower one, though. Handkerchiefs, maybe, though they're probably not that popular these days. I don't know anyone. I always use paper tissues. That just seems more hygienic. I don't even know if Fourth Wall does handkerchiefs. Where would that be? You do? I mean, I used to too in the back in the day. Would it be under home and living? No, that was like... Oh, a fleece blanket. Sherpa blanket. They have napkins! Cloth napkins! That sounds kind of handkerchief-ish. Polyester though. Ugh. Probably not quite handkerchiefs then. But yeah, tote bag, I think, is the thing I'm gonna go for next. It sure would be nice if they, like, had templates for every kind of product that they have. Because I'm only seeing, like... Oh, I think we're using the command. Like, only seeing this when you go to, like, design product. There's no margins whatsoever. Which I guess is fair because it's, like, not touching the edge of the product itself. Gotta be mindful of it floating about on the canvas. 9.5 by 9.5 at 300 dpi. I could probably recreate that, right? No. What if 600? Inch 9.5, 9.5. What's this in pixels? Oh, large, 5,700. I don't necessarily want this color, I just wanted something easier on the eyes to look at as I draw. Would I write down an idea again as an idea for tote bag? Can only work within like a certain square on the tote bag. The idea I had may not work. I think I wanted to do something similar to what I did with the panel for the tip jar. Where she's like all squished up within the shape. I have 2 ideas throughout my entire fucking life. Branding, pan. So like this kind of idea, but then on the tote bag. Not a direct trace though, but I am going to put this on file to remind myself of the fact that, hey, I can be all like fancy about it, but bear in mind, you're only doing like dead center. Probably won't be inclined to recreate whatever I'm gonna make for the tote bag in Photoshop because it's not as graphic design-y. Trying to think of other stuff I could do for a tote bag. I feel like most people use tote bags for shopping purposes. I'm thinking of like grocery items being involved. A big old baguette, a loaf, cat loaf, loafin'. Usually handy for carrying products. I'm gonna look at some photos of Mishka, because surely I've got a couple where she's loafing around. Properly. You can squish into and square when you don't need it. Yeah, I usually bring a fold-up tote bag in my main bag in case I need some more space. Look at her in this one. Aww. Aww, that's a loaf. This is a loaf. And an old Mishka update. Second moosh! Second moosh has hit the stream. Oh, there's another loaf here. Karen! Thank you for resubscribing for 35 months total! How you doing, Karen? Happy Friday. I'm grabbing pictures of Mishka, where she is loafing. This is a very cute picture as always. She's just default cute, therefore all her pictures are cute. Is there a photo in here that I can grab right now where she isn't cute? One way or another. Where she's just an absolute fucking gremlin. I don't think I have. She's cute in all of these, one way or another. Oh, here's another loaf. Maybe when she was chunkier. Oh. Yeah, literally not a single photo. Well, I guess this is the one where she's like... It's still cute, but it's also, gremlin. Cats when they are mid-meow. Am I right? So you've watched the Guinevere pilot now? Good stuff? Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I am hopeful for more. Wish I could say Guinevere interrupted me, but I just fumbled my phone keyboards. It happens. Behold, another loaf. Oh, this is a good one. She's probably loafing in here, but we don't see the paws. This is when I caught her sitting on my washed laundry that I hadn't folded up yet, and she's just sitting there looking at me like, the little look behind. That may be good. I may steal that. Those eyes. I know, she's got big oogly booglies. Oh, here's another loaf. Where she's underneath my laundry. That silver bar in the center is my laundry rack. My drying rack. Because the music's so boss music? Because it is boss music. It's from Bayonetta 3. Sovereigns of Souls. I like this track a lot. Another good loaf. Oops, I'll loaf. Can someone alert Ben of the amount of Mishkas in here? Because it's an obscene amount. How many are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and I've reached the end of the Mishka stream folder. Here, a blast from the past. This was day 1. With my very shitty phone at the time. Baby. 6 months old. Not chonky. But not loafing, so. Bye. Hmm. Coming across all sorts of pictures of her now. I have a folder of just photos of her. Just being like, oh, I remember taking this, or oh, I remember feeling what I felt when I took this one. I think this one is still one of my favorites. It's not a loaf, but you know, it's fucking basking. This is capital B basking. What decent pet parent want to have a dedicated folder? Exactly. Emphasis on decent pet parent. She gets the daylight. She gets the beams. Solar powered. I want to say for this one, Schnoo made a drawing. He tended to draw the Mishka updates as I put them out. I've got them somewhere, I think. Yep, I think this is the one. Yeah, that's inspired by this one. Aw, yeah, I've got a whole folder of Mishka updates from Just Schnoo. There's like 30 items in here. Schnoo Mishka updates was always very good, yeah. Actually, there's one from Artie in here as well. And I think V? Lady Vignette. And a pixel art one. Which maybe either Darkvault or Sinister? Darkvault, was this you? Or was this someone else? I didn't name it. Was this someone else entirely? Pixel Mish. Fun fact, when I found my cat as a kitten by a dumpster, I emptied out my tote bag into my car, scooped him up, he was so tiny, and brought him home in it. He was so worn out, he curled up and took a nap in the bottom of it. Aww. Oh, that's yours, Ezra. Oh shit. I'll rename it. Or at least at your name. And now it's gone because I renamed it, haha. It's like, I can't find it no more, says OBS. Okay, one final one. This one Schnoo drawing of Mishka is powerful. I showed the Mignon one earlier, right? So that's what he did with this one. Powered the fuck up. Super Saiyan. That's a good one, yeah. She was a good bean. Moving around at the speed of snail. The only downside of it, like, her looking back, is you don't see the actual loafing. But I'm just gonna doodle it anyways. She's loafing on a loaf of bread. Which, what a waste of bread, maybe. What if Mishka? But she is the bread. My god. Food and drink thing, moosh merch drop. Mm-hmm. I mean, we already got the coffee thing going on. For the travel mug. Mishka sandwich. We got the regular mug, where she's done doing the big stretch. Sure whether I want the eyes open or closed for this. I'm doing closed now with the idea of like the bread is being squished and her face will look more squished. So her loafing with her squished face will be akin to the loaf being squished also. Looking forward to seeing what the travel mugs look like. It's gonna look something like this, but that. And probably taller. I need to recreate this in Photoshop. Because that's the only way I can do the lettering like that. Yeah. She looks so kitten because her head is so large compared to her. Hmm. I was thinking, uh, I'm thinking putting like bread items behind her as like a backdrop. But then I start overthinking about maybe then people will feel it to be too related to using it for groceries. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. So we can have like a baguette and a croissant. God, I have not had a croissant in ages. I wanted to get this thing that they had around Easter called a kretzel, which is a pretzel but made out of croissant stuff. I couldn't find one on the day of Easter, which I wanted to keep it to. I didn't want to get it outside of Easter, and of course people are gonna get it for Easter, and what? Shit out of luck. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Wallace. Appreciate. Which idea? Have Mishka face on a pair of loafers? Does Fourth Wall do loafers? And do I want people to put their feet around my cat? They have socks. And shoes. Flip-flops. Duffel bag. More socks. Canvas shoes. Which start at 43 bucks. Good god. Listen, I'm just the ideas guy. Hehe. I don't see slippers. Or loafers. Loaf. Shoe. Oh, slides. I'm finding. Clogs, how dare you. Crocs. Mishka Crocs. Mish Crocs, if you will. Hey Crocs brand, give me money. I don't want to put these sample photos on screen because feet. But imagine going to the sauna where you have to wear slippers and on the slippers themselves, you have a pair of these looking at you. Just staring at you as you're sweating your ass off. I gotta do a real quick B or B. It's not candle smells, I swear. There's no fires going on, I don't think, at least. B or B. I'm back. Hi, Christine. Welcome in. And Meek Warrior. With Mishka, thank you. I'll take 3. I'm working on it. I got a couple of rough scribbles going right now. Feels like I got her loafing on a loaf, and I've got her with her eyes open, loafing on a loaf. Please don't ban me. Why the hell would I ban you? I'm being pointed at. What the hell? Rude! She does look so cute in the photo where she's just like looking back at me. Fucking little stinker. Sitting on my clean laundry. For the hi back, I'm dad pun. Oh, I missed that one. Sorry. Listen. When you reach a certain age, dad jokes are peak. They are so fucking harmless, they're great. You always succeed with a dad joke, either by the person groaning or them laughing along. You will always win. The squish loaf extra charm points. Maybe. Also. Or would this be too obvious? To be like... have additional text. You ever just have to write stuff for anything you're designing or making? Are you like, is this how you write it? This doesn't look like a word anymore. Just sometimes it just becomes letters next to each other and not a word. I have this often when I'm like going through fonts of options and stuff, like what we were doing earlier with the macchiato thing here. It just stops looking like a word. Language is weird. Also, I should probably curve the other way because there's more real estate for that. It's a cute going for cafe bakery vibe. I guess I am? Now that you mention it. This was mostly just because I feel like I like a good graphic design, and I have been wanting a travel mug of my own. This is specifically for a travel mug. But I've never found one that I like and doesn't have an obnoxious logo on it. And some logos are fine, but the ones I've come across so far on travel mugs, I'm just like, I don't want to represent this brand. This shit ugly. Or they'll have a nice print, but there will be a logo on there somewhere that's in the way for me. I don't like logos on anything I own. Not on my apparel, not on my accessories, shoes. I avoid it also. As much as possible. It's just, I find that shit obnoxious. And this is logo looking, but it's not an official brand. So I feel like that gets a pass, maybe? Or maybe I'm biased because it's my own fucking cat and design. When you have the chapter screen, Paper Mario, I have not seen this. Encroaching on Ali's brand / joke? Oh, because of the Cat Baron Cafe. I mean, mine would be coffee on the go, whereas I think for Ali's Cafe, it's a sit-in only, I feel like. Bias on this corner of Twitch? What? Chapter screen Paper Mario. Let's see. I guess a little bit with the coins. Just like circular, like Wink Starbucks-ish, but not actually Starbucks. Obviously. And I guess for this, the bread is just... This is for a tote bag, and I associate tote bags mostly for groceries. I also just use it just in general for shopping, mostly groceries, because that's the most frequent type of shopping that I do. And because cat loaf, bread, that makes a logical connection so far for me. The vibes are different, both good, thank you. I like the loaf. Which one? This is a loaf! This is a loaf! Unnecessarily aggro. Now we need Curzec Bakery. Oh, I can't bake for shit, dude. Need I remind everyone of my slab of protein that I baked? That was supposed to be sort of cookie, but Which one? Yes, yeah, that's the humor in these parts, man. Gotta go get some coffee. I already have my coffee. Where did I leave my slab? And it tasted fine, it's just the shape was not intended. It was supposed to be separate cookies, but I made the mixture too wet. So it became a bit more cakey. I actually kind of like your protein slab. I would eat that. It tasted fine. Wasn't super special, but it was like a nice little thing to have that's like, it's different from the usual healthy whole foods that I go for. And it's not necessarily bad for you. It's just another more fun form of consuming protein, because it was heavily protein thing. There's protein powder in there and PB2. My bread. My cake. I'll probably make this again. I still have PB2. I've been going through it in small amounts lately. I keep having some calories over at the end of the day. Even though I'm on my cut, I'm like, wow, I managed to be too good on my cut. I need some more, so I've been making like a sandwich with just like PB2 mixed with a little bit of 0-calorie brown sugar and then a little bit of water and then just bam, peanut butter. But like friendlier on the macros. PB2 is so expensive though, because it's imported. But it is very nice. It's sometimes very tempting to make another one. Just like, oh my god, fun flavors. You can't bake yet, god, Kieran. If I learn to bake, it's over, man. It's so fucking over. I'll need to make a better version of the protein slab and turn it into not slab. I added too much water. It's weird with the PB2, where, because I've been making it frequently recently, right, for just like making a spread to put on a slice of bread. There is such a small margin between not having enough water and too much that it becomes very liquidy. It can take like a couple of drops to go from like, it's just a bit too chunky and not pasty enough for it to become like almost liquid. It's a very narrow margin. So it's tough to measure that out. I'd love to eat slab. If I could eat kibble for humans that would have all my need nutrients, I would. It's practical, yeah. It's not fun though, I don't think. The slab is fun, because it's silly. It's a silly fuck up, but you know, it's edible. So it's fine. Very low energy weekend today somehow after sleeping so much. Sometimes sleeping a lot makes me hella tired. You gotta get your ass in gear and get the blood flowing. If you're wanting to get stuff done. Or you can assess with yourself if, like, the level of tired that you're feeling is for good reason, and then give yourself that rest anyway. But in my personal experience, sometimes sleeping a lot makes me tired. So I have to somehow get myself up and going and wash my face to wake me up a bit. Get the routine started. Up to you. Up for you to assess with yourself. The 5 a.m. face plunge, god, that fucking dude. Ugh, gross. Ugh. I hate that subgenre of people on the internet. It's super sexist. If you look beyond the face plunging. What if combine this with sitting on a loaf of bread? Are you making merch for a convention or for online store? For my own online shop on Fourth Wall. I have one with a couple of items up already. Oh, thank you, Ezra. You beat me to it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've got some sticker sheets. Some Mishka photos are blocking the mug. There we go. Stuff. I've got different sizes of the mug as well. Do check. The bigger ones are, I believe, oh, that was from last stream. I believe the big ones are not microwave and or dishwasher safe. If that is something you like doing with your mugs, put them in the microwave for like hot chocolate. Be sure that if you want to do that stuff, you can with the mug that you want to acquire if you want one. And remember, if you're subscribed, you get 10% discount. And subs are still discounted throughout September. I think the bigger discount is starting tomorrow? Or was it only for like gift subs at a certain amount? I may be forgotten. I think it was something like that. The weaves are swarming again. They made a little appearance. Hehe. Has Weeb streamed since Wednesday at all? That's when he added the emote to his channel. I don't think he has. Doesn't look like it. I'm okay, my awesome by the way, reads really well. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm really glad it reads well. with the amount of fingers and limbs and everything. Was definitely a tricky one here and there. Definitely had to be like, okay, think ahead. Make use of all the real estate. Like, I'm glad I decided to spend like a couple extra minutes on making the mustache a bit more animated. I held back a little bit because I was worried it may be a bit too much if I did more. It's a weird balance you need to strike with animated emotes, because when they're big, it may have been too much technically, but because they become so small, it might be nice to make the movements just a bit bigger. He do a scamper, he sure do. Again, it's a weird balance you gotta strike. This may become like a chat vote thing. Like, which one do you guys like, conceptually? I think Rinse will walk around, stretch, help me, thank you. Yeah. You just gotta get the blood flowing. Which sounds easy, like I'm saying you just gotta get the blood flowing, but I'm well too familiar with getting up when you are feeling ippy. That's the biggest hurdle. I sometimes just, when I'm in those moments, I really just gotta close my eyes and go, "Argh!" I just like mentally be like, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. I gotta get up. Gotta get on my feet, gotta get out of bed, gotta get off the couch, gotta get off my ass. Gotta get moving. I usually try to get my blood pressure with coffee, but I guess it wasn't enough. Yep. It can not be enough. I've been recently, in the last couple months, I would say, because I like to work out in the mornings, but some mornings I've just been like being slapped in the face with tired and trying to figure out ways on being not tired after breakfast. And at first I tried coffee, but I like to save my coffee for after the gym because it's like a nice little reward slash treat for myself. The ones that I make these days. But the next and best sort of caffeine source is just black tea. Like regular English melange. Make it nice and strong. And an artificial sweetener, hehe. It's been going okay. Though last Thursday I crashed again. maybe in part because of the split that I had waiting for me, which I ended up not doing at all. And it may actually be working in my favor. I've been, for the last few months, I think the connection with my hamstrings near my knee, the back of my knee, has been kinda iffy. And it's been taking its time to feel less and less iffy. Right now it feels the least iffy it's been since I've taken notice. Maybe it's because I've just reduced the amount of leg day I've been doing. Maybe it just needs a bit more rest. I do hamstring curls every time with leg day. Or seated leg curl specifically, which targets the hamstrings. So howdy Speedstar, thank you for the music request, and howdy Applesauce! Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing good. Agate Village, Pokemon Coliseum, XD. But yeah, even though technically I am not being consistent, I feel like maybe it's doing me a favor in the healing of whatever's going on at that part. I'll have another leg day on Monday, and that's my least intense one. And I'm gonna go hard with leg day with the trainer on Thursday. I'm gonna be meeting up with him again then. Loaf. Yeah, I'm trying to sketch out ideas for tote bag. Featuring the creature herself. And what if she's loafing on a piece of bread, you know? It's very flat, but I do think the squish is the most effective here right now. Just the overlap of the loaf of bread happening here, but then her little curled up paws. Flipping between ideas. And this one's just a different version of the tip jar. So I think for this idea there may be a bit too much space around the picture for it to make it work. Unless I did like a fill color and squeeze her in there. But it would be nicer if I could use the whole canvas to make the print on, but I understand why that's not possible for mass production. It would be incredible if you could make her tail the tote handle. Gosh, yeah. But alas, all I have to work with is this, like, space on the tote. You said the fabric was about 8 ounces? Was that right? A big one. Yeah, 8 ounce. And it's the same way for the bigger one, somehow. I got distracted and started reading reviews on the fourth wall back end of the product types. Peeps seem happy about the material, so that's good. Pausing the awkward, I've been working on To Head to Bed. I'm doing a humanoid hornet from Silksong and I'm loving the design I'm doing. Ooh, now I gotta figure out the cloak for her. Ooh, good luck. And good night. Thank you for hanging. I was trying to look up reference of like photos of cats when they have like a long toy, how they like grab it as they lay on their back and like do the whole kicky thing. What? This isn't even the pose in question. But like, wow, look, AI slop. The fucking feather duster is glued to the cat, I guess. This sucks. Why is it totally coming out of the cat? Because AI slop. They've been impaled. Yeah, that fucking stuck out like a sore thumb. There's more Gen AI cats in this search result. Boo. That one's AI. That one's AI. This looks AI. That's AI. Hate it here. Hey, I hate it here. That's what that stands for. That one's AI. And the top result, too. This one isn't. I'm looking for, like, photos of Cass doing, like, this sort of stuff. You know, Whip a Hornet, I gave her hair like some spiders have, because I've never seen humanoid hornet like with some fuzzy. Ooh, I'll check it out after stream. No, if there was an AI extension to detect and hide AI generated, I would use it by fire with fire. I'm sure there's extensions that can help with that. I was thinking, like, what if something like that? But while holding onto a baguette or something. Heading out, hope y'all have a great day. Have a good one, Resting Bones. Thanks for hanging out. I won't be here for much longer myself either for today. Another couple minutes. It's probably the tail being like this, but I keep thinking like she's like a little chameleon in this thing right now. Kinda does, mm-hmm. I would have an idea for her disappearing into darkness, leaving only the eyes like the Cheshire Cat, essentially. From Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland theme Mishka merch drop. I don't intend to exclusively make Mishka merch themed things. Just seems like the simplest way to get started with this kind of stuff. And also the joke of making her pay rent that way. Get very sellable. Mm-hmm. A lot of people on this planet like cats. And also a lot of people who don't. And they're very weird about it. Some of them, at least. What if she's just sitting there? She's all small. Well, actually, that's a wrap for me, I believe. It is the hour. Got a couple ideas that I'll think about some more, and I'll probably let you guys have a say in which ones you like. Put up a poll in chat at some point, or maybe in the server, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking rather than doing one item at a time, I'm probably gonna want to design a couple of things before dropping them and putting them out and about. Like, you wanna, oh, merch drop. Increase stonk. Make it a big event one time as opposed to little things here and out. The Discord committee. But yeah, so travel mug, tote bag, and I'm thinking sweater? Hoodie? Both? Could you do prints on the back of hoodies on fourth wall? Because if so, I do love a back print. I think a back print is very cool. Apparel, hoodies. The top listed. Looks like you can, on this one at least. I'm likely probably gonna go for a design on the back of a hoodie as opposed to the front. There's just something cool about just using that big back. This is 50, but you could do a bunch of merch ideas, forget them for 2 years, and drop them all despite chat. Printed leather biker jackets win. I don't know. Does fourth wall do leather jackets at all? I see jackets. I see a denim jacket, a bomber jacket, windbreaker, another recycled bomber, Sherpa denim, faux leather bomber, track. They've got a faux leather bomber jacket, which is not really my taste. Also, they start at $61.20. That is. So those would be pretty pricey. But yeah, whom's can we raid? Fenrir is still gaming. We got someone who's sleeping for their subathon, so that may not be the most interesting to raid into. Only for exclusive Curzec Club. I mean, as anyone who's subbed. Yeah, I guess we're gonna rate Space Pirate Fenrir. He's rated me. Oh, well, I have 2 minutes of ads to sit through, so I guess. Although mine are about to start in like 2 minutes as well. Fuck. Well. Hey chat, what's y'all's weekend plan, huh? I'll be going on a walk after I end up streaming. And tomorrow's editing. Hopefully this time I do get to edit 2 shorts instead of just 1. That'd be nice. To do 2 minimum. Not much really, actually. Nice and chill. I mean, it's the weekend after all. That's what weekends are for. Usually to keep it chill for yourself. If possible. I have had many an unchill weekend. I shall immediately add. Like, whoops, I guess I gotta work. I gotta do my my fun freelance now. Thanks for waiting. Cap straightened out some scuff. Whoop. Well, I'm only waiting because ads are rolling, so. And I think I'm gonna hit enter in a couple seconds so that by the time the raid goes, the ads will have been over. Don't spoil anything to Fenrir. Shh. I have the stream muted, but I see Triss saying something like, "Are we witnessing the villain arc in real time?" Ooh, I want to see the villain arc happen in real time. Minutes of Atlas. I got 13 seconds, so I'm gonna hit enter. And the ads will have been over for me, at least. Let's not forget the raid call. There it is. The call of raid. Grab yourselves a copy if you feel like it. Thank y'all for hanging out today. I'll be finishing up that or redoing this one in Photoshop, all nice and clean. Keep it all in one file. Lol, just in time. Hi Kevin, bye Kevin. If you're not around for oh well. Never mind, my own ads have begun. What a wonderful thing to raid out on. If anyone still hears me. And if not, well, shit. I guess I'm just yelling into the void to have a fantastic fucking weekend. Thank y'all for hanging until next time, which is Monday. Take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Bye-bye!